hypothesis, which says that back in 1000 AD, there was a conspiracy between the church and the Holy Roman Emperor to change the calendar. The years 614 through 911 were completely made up. Those 300 years just didn't happen. So all that history you learned about Charlemagne in the Middle Ages, completely fabricated. The Julian calendar was based on a tropical year, also known as a solar year, or one Earth orbit around the sun. And a year was 365.25 days with leap years. But a solar year is actually a little shorter than they thought. It's really 365.24219 days. That's a difference of 11 minutes. Now, 11 minutes isn't much, but the Julian calendar was losing a full day every 128 years. And after 1,500 years, the slippage was noticeable. Now, the church really liked Easter to land on March 21st, the spring equinox. But in the 1500s, Easter was landing around March 11th. This irritated Pope Gregory. Illig believes Pope Gregory didn't make a mistake. He believes the Pope intentionally covered up a conspiracy that happened centuries earlier. So Illig started looking for clues in the Middle Ages, and eventually, he found them. Aribert Illig was convinced this 3-day discrepancy wasn't a mistake. He suspected Pope Gregory was compensating for something that happened in the Catholic Church centuries earlier. Illig focused on the Dark Ages and noticed there was one specific period of time that had a noticeable lack of records and artifacts, 614 to 911. This was the time before Charlemagne's rule and right up until the start of the Ottonian dynasty. That led him to suspect number 1, Holy Roman Emperor Otto III. Illig believed that Otto III, Pope Sylvester II, and possibly Byzantine Emperor Constantine VII had a secret plan to move themselves from the 7th century to the 10th century so Otto can rule in the new millennium. Illig noted that the Roman Empire kept detailed records right up until the year 610, when the Dark Ages supposedly began. But then written history basically vanishes for 300 years. Also, the architecture of the year 476 was almost identical to that of the year 1000, with virtually no progress. Now, for perspective, this would be like us living in thatched roof, dirt floor houses today. Now, technological advancements also seem to stop for these 300 years. The Roman Empire had aqueducts and indoor plumbing. The Renaissance gave us Da Vinci, Copernicus, and the discovery of the New World. But for the missing 300 years, there was virtually no scientific advancement. Artifacts, and maybe no Charlemagne. Illig and others believe that Otto III created Charlemagne in his own image, and there are plenty of problems with the history of Charlemagne. For instance, he seemed to have accomplished too much for one guy. Charlemagne was an astronomer, agriculturalist, an architect, but of his 46-year reign, he was at war all over the world for 44 of those years. Yet he still